It's a little bit messy, and I need some help from students to help organize what I'm doing some experiments. So I should set these back up. This is mustard, kale, lettuce. All right, I've got a few different types of lights you can see. Clever, can you see? Hey, Fabrice, you gotta come over here to get the full experience. Jose already saw this morning. What does this say on the box of this light bulb? Grow light LED. Grow light. This is a very special type of light. You can see one is set up back here that's connected to a light bulb fixture that's plugged in. These are different types of lights. You see above us, this is a light for our classroom. These are called fluorescent light bulbs. It's a long tube that primarily creates light from a type of gas that's inside this tube that's supplied with energy to create light. These lights are not the same type of lights that plants need as an energy source, like the type of light that's produced by the sun. The sun produces a type of light that has energy that plants can use to grow. So that's what, I know you guys, I've showed you this, you've seen this. This is also a special type of light for growing plants. I changed this, I don't know if I got to show you guys. This jalapeno plant completely outgrew the height of this light. So I added an additional light on top. These are LED light bulbs that are also special lights that have energy for plants to grow. So hopefully this is going to continue to get bigger and bigger. When you have time, come back and take a closer look. There's some nice jalapenos are starting to grow on this.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool. I've never seen the process of growing a jalapeno.
We should do fun.
You see each of these flowers? You see the flowers? The flowers are the beginning stages of growing the jalapeno pepper. Yeah. I was reading online, these are self-pollinating. So it has all of the genetic information of this plant will be passed on inside the seeds that grow inside of the jalapeno pepper. And all of you guys have seen jalapeno seeds before, right? They're very spicy, delicious to put in food. So this is set up, fish is doing well, and what else? I don't know if I showed you this. These were some plants that we took from outside in the garden. This is spinach that's over here. I did this with my 8th period class. I wasn't sure how well they would do because they grew in soil outside, took them out of the soil, brought them inside of the classroom. Now they're growing inside of what's in here. These are clay pebbles that act as a kind of like a substrate soil, which is a material just to help hold the roots in place. And they're growing 100% just by water. There's no soil or dirt in here. It's just water and these clay pebbles. These are actually carrots, which I'm interested to see. I don't even know if, I should do some research. I'm not sure if you can even grow carrots in water. I think they need like a dry soil, so I don't know how this, they seem to be looking healthy. Then hidden back in here is something else. Let me give a sample. Okay. Taste this sample. Smell this and taste this. Tell me what you think it smells like. Oh, yes, okay. Yes, it is. You know what it is? What is that? That's right. Yeah, smell this. This is called cilantro. It's growing back. It's kind of hidden, but it's growing back in there. Okay, next. This is also a type of grow light. This is kind of a new experiment I'm trying. Normally this grow light setup would be used to begin plants, maybe indoors. You could begin growing a plant with this. then put it outside. And the plant, you could dig a little hole, you put it and you plant it outside, and it will continue to grow. That's what you would use these for. These are, this is compact and pressed coconut bark. You guys know the fruit of coconut, a big hard coconut. If you shred that and then compact it into this little circle, that's what it is. And you can take, it'd be like, you can take any seed, you put it right here in this hole, you get it very wet, and the seed's gonna start to germinate. That's when the seed will sprout and start growing. Traditionally, you would use maybe some of these or little pots. You could put that under the grow light and then plant them outside. I wanted to try to grow plants indoors. So I came up with this setup. I actually bought these on Amazon. I bought these. These are called net pods, or net pots. I think they're called net pots. It's just like a little plastic pot with holes in it. These are the clay pebbles, same that are in there. And inside of this, I just put the net pot in each of the trays. And then I filled this. This is actually just a reservoir for catching water. I actually filled this with water. I haven't added this yet. This is a type of plant nutrient, some type of plant hormone or plant fertilizer. It's very rich in nitrogen, but I gotta research. I don't know much about this, but it's sold as being a plant nutrient. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this to the water. I just added it and just put clean water. Now I'm just adding a little bit of this plant nutrient. I took this out of the water earlier today. I've read that it's healthy for the roots of plants to dry off. They are able to take in type of gas through the roots. So it's good to allow them to drain and dry off. So I took them out of the water earlier. I'll put them back in right now. But you can see what's hanging down on the bottom of this. What are those? Those are the roots. Yeah, exactly. So the roots are going to be continuing to get bigger and bigger. They're growing. Oh, get in there. They're growing down below through each of the cups, and they're going to be using the water source to take water up into the plants to continue to grow. So we'll set those back in there. Yeah, thank you. Last thing. This is another kind of experiment. This is some of the kale that was outside in the garden. We dug it up out of the garden and we brought it and planted it in here. We did that with my 8th period. This is another kind of small experiment. This is the same setup as what we saw over there. I put bean sprouts in here. Wow, one of them is starting to come up. You can see it's just starting to sprout. Can you ask more nicely, please? So one of them is starting to sprout. We'll see how these grow. Probably come back Monday. These are going to be like this tall. They grow so fast, the bean plants. Same with those over here. I planted some new bean sprouts. Some of the old ones are there. They died like when winter started. They were getting sun, but started to die. So